In a video posted on social media, opposition leader Juan Guaido urged Venezuelans to take to the streets again today and called on the country's powerful military to join the people seeking change. Guaido claims the military, seen as a linchpin to whether the embattled president remains in power, is deserting his government.
We now know for sure that the claim that the regime has control of the armed forces is false.
Overnight, the head of Venezuela's secret police broke ranks with Maduro, saying the time had come to rebuild the country and seek new ways of doing politics. National Security Advisor John Bolton says Venezuela's Minister of Defense, Supreme Court Chief Justice, and Commander of the Presidential Guard have pledged to support opposition leader Juan Guaido. Bolton is urging them to make good on their promises. On Tuesday, violent confrontations erupted in pockets of Venezuela's capital city, Caracas, between Guaido's military supporters and Maduro's regime loyalists. The White House endorsing Guaido's latest bid to oust Maduro, while warning Cuba to stay out of the South American nation, threatening to impose sanctions on the communist country for its role in the crisis. The U.S. says about 20,000 Cuban troops and agents are working to prop up the Venezuelan dictator.
Obviously, we are seeing the Venezuelan people strive to get a government that they control, not have a government controlled by an authoritarian military regime that in turn is controlled by Cubans and other forces external to Venezuela.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo claimed Maduro was about to relinquish power and even had a plane on the tarmac ready to leave the country for Cuba, but was urged by Russia to stay.
We literally had Nicolas Maduro getting prepared to get on this airplane and head out of the country before he stopped really at the direction of the Russians.
Russia's meddling is a clear sign to the administration that it's pushing against America's Monroe Doctrine, which limits the influence of foreign governments in our hemisphere. While past American presidents may have neglected the doctrine, Trump's stance indicates the Monroe Doctrine is alive and well. All this happening as Guaido released a short video early Tuesday showing him standing alongside members of the military, claiming he had supported the country's soldiers and urging Venezuelans to take on Maduro. That led to fierce skirmishes between opposition and government supporters, including this moment when an armored military vehicle was seen running over civilians. But by nightfall, the socialist dictator appeared still in control of the country, with his Minister of Defense and other military officials by his side. A defiant Maduro said all attempts to remove him from office had failed and vowed to punish those trying to overthrow his government. George Thomas, CBN News.